Hi, people have been asking me how my typical day is, how I manage to juggle all the 10,000 things I'm doing at the same time. So let's talk about that today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Monisola Danijo. I'm a consultant cardiologist. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a businesswoman, and I'm also your favorite doctor with a heart. Okay, so my weekdays, I usually wake up at 4. I tend not to set an alarm because my body clock has adjusted to that. So 4 a.m. I'm usually awake. Between 4 to 5, I do some meditation, prayer, and reflection. I like that time because the house is quiet and there really no distractions. I can actually have my me time, at that time. 5 a.m. I hit the road for my early morning walk. I walk from 5 to 6. It's still dark and it's quiet and serene. While I walk, I listen to an audiobook or I listen to music. It depends on how I feel. Now, my estate is quite safe, so I can walk at that time. If you know that you don't have a safe estate or you don't live in a place where you can be out in the dark, please don't do this. This is a disclaimer. So I get back home by 6. I get ready for work and we leave home. By we, I mean me and my daughter, because I do the school run. I drop her in school every day. She's a teenager now, and I've always dropped she and her older sister in school because that 1 hour, 30 minutes drive helps us to bond, because we hardly see each other during the day because of how Lagos is and it's crazy. So that time in the car in the morning, we talk about her plans for the day, what happened yesterday. We talk about her teachers, her grades, and things like that. So it really keeps us in sync. And if you're a mom to teenagers, you really need to talk to them because sometimes there are lots of things they're hiding and they won't tell you willingly. So when I drop my daughter in school, I go to work. And like I said, I'm a cardiologist, I'm a heart doctor. So I treat heart patients. So depending on the day of the week, some days I do ward rounds, that is I see patients in the wards. Some days I'm in the emergency room when I'm on call. Some days I run a busy clinic. So cardiology clinics are quite busy because almost half of the population in Nigeria and Lagos, where I live, are hypertensive. So it tends to be a heavy clinic. Sometimes I see as many as 30 patients, on an average clinic day. What else do I do at work? I teach doctors, I teach students, I teach house officers. I usually get off work at 4. Thereabouts, and thankfully I have help doing the afternoon school run because sometimes I can't really leave work by 4 and my mom does that for me. So I leave work by 4 and I get home. So when I get home, I respond to emails. I try and read something. Now I read medicine quite a bit, but I also try to read non-medical things. So because I'm into some kind of business, I read finance, I read about investments, I read about a lot of non-medical things. And I'm also big into personal development. I read a lot of personal development books and things like that. I love to read. So 7, we get ready for dinner. We eat dinner, and by 8, I'm already in bed. And I sleep by 8 because I'm up by 4, obviously. And I need to get my complete hours of sleep so that I don't run the risk of cardiovascular disease. Let's talk about these hacks. You and I know it's not easy combining your career, your profession, being a wife and being a mom all at the same time. It takes a lot of juggling, balancing, and planning, okay? So what do we need to do? First of all, we need to create time for our children. And like I said, like I do, a good time to do that is during the school run, either morning or afternoon. That's why I make sure I take my children to school every day, because that trip time, 30 minutes, 1 hour, is the time we used to talk and we bond and I get to know what's going on in their lives and things like that. You also need to delegate and ask for help because honestly, you can't do it by yourself. So like I said, I ask for help in picking them up in the afternoon. So if you have maybe a relative or a good friend that can help you do that, that would be fantastic. Now, another problem professional mothers have is housework. So cleaning the house and cooking going to the market and things like that. So one hack you can do is you can get help. Not everybody likes house help staying in their house. So you can get a cleaner to come in once a week to help you clean your house, and then train your children to pick up after themselves. Because if your children can pick up their toys, then the house won't be so messy and you won't be so stressed. So kids need to learn from a young age to tidy up after themselves, and then you won't be running around the house trying to chase them when they are older. So meal times are always an issue. You know, most women think, oh, they need to be the ones to go to the market, they need to be the ones to cook the food. And I think the world has changed a bit, you know, since the prehistoric times. So there are so many people that now help you go to market runs, and there are so many ways you can get meals. You can either order out or things like that if you're so inclined. But for the people who think cooking is not a big deal, kudos to you, please go ahead. But if you're overwhelmed, you can actually outsource that as well. What else do I have to say for busy moms? Remember that you have to take care of yourself as well, because while you're taking care of your career, your children, your husband, and your general family, you are giving out of yourself, and you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you have nothing to give, then you cannot give anything. Please remember to always take care of yourself. Take at least 30 minutes out in a day to just center yourself and do something for yourself. Even if it's just to stay in silence, meditate, you know, think about what exactly you're doing. And then, you know, it will really help to center yourself. You can't just be in a mad rush, moving around, you think of everybody all the time. Okay, so I guess I've been able to shed some light on my average day and give you guys a little hack on how you can negotiate this professional mommy family life. So for more tips, you can follow me on Instagram at money_adanijo. I'm also on Facebook, Diary of a Lagos Cardiologist. And I'm on LinkedIn, Monisola Adanijo. So till next time, stay healthy, stay safe. Take care of yourself.